up, everybody? It's your favorite, first of undoubtedly many's favorite nerd. Today we are looking at the Iron Factory Blue Flash. This is on loan to me from Robert D, a buddy of mine who loves Iron Factory, so he's usually my connect. That being said, this guy does come with a few accessories. Let's take a look. Now with this set, Iron Factory kind of has a return to their roots with the interchangeability of weapons and such, but it comes with these two black weapons and there's no kind of paint detailings on them, but they do have the 5mm pegs and ports throughout, so you can kind of make your own sort of super weapon, which is more of a return to their roots. Like, they used to kind of thrive on this sort of stuff. Now this third weapon is the just kind of signature weapon, which is coated in this silver paint, and he holds them all just fine. And if you are creative with an 8 in the center, you can find a place for all the guns in alt mode as well. Now the big gimmick to this fella is that he's kind of in a battle mode here, so you can remove the battle mode pieces, which are these side arm cannons in its tight tolerance and typical Iron Factory manner. You can take off the shoulder pads, and you can actually take off this entire backpack. But I would be careful because it is a tight tolerance and you don't want to cause any damage. Now he also comes with this back plate, which is coated in silver, and it actually has a kind of metallic painted gray or black on there as well. And this can be used to kind of fill in this gap here on the back once you've taken the other pieces off, if you would prefer this look. Which honestly, I'm not sure that I do. And the alt mode will work both ways as well. All right, so let's talk about the figure. The head has, it's so crazy, man. It's so crazy. It's on a ball peg for one. You get a good bit up, a decent bit down, and then you get this swivel. You can move these missile launchers a bit to kind of help you position it, but it has light blue paint on the eyes. It has silver paint on the face. It has metallic blue paint on the head, and it has orange paint for the fins. Nuts, I tell you. So these weapons here, they rotate on these ball pegs, so you can kind of maneuver them around a bit, and they're a little bit pointy. Be careful. Back is decoed the same way in that regard. The chest, same thing. Metallic blue, silver, orange, fully painted. Torso, we got some silver paint on there. You do have a waist swivel, but you have to pull this piece on the back up, and you get the full waist swivel. These are one of my complaints, these shoulder pads. They just don't stay stuck in. Don't stay stuck in. But they look cool, and they have silver paint on them. Now, they're on ball pegs here, and they get in the way of articulation as well. So let's take it off. It's very limited with them on. But there it is, there's the difference. So on, off, I'd say it's significant. Ball peg at the elbow, that gets you a single bend and the bicep swivel. And the blue, once again, the metallic blue is fully painted, as is the silver here. Metallic blue paint on the wings as well. Metallic blue and silver paint on the side guns, and then nothing for the hands, no wrist swivel even, which is a little unfortunate. And then we have T-jointed ball joints for hips for the full Van Damme and the full Monty. Thigh swivel, fully painted silver, and they're toleranced quite well. And then we have the knee, which is a single hinge, but gets you a crazy range, metallic blue throughout, which looks great. And we also have silver as well. And then we have an ankle, which is on a ball peg. Gets you an ankle tilt up. It's on a hinge where it's split on the tire, so that gets you the ankle tilt down, and then the ball peg gets you the rocker. And there the figure is from the back. So all in all, extremely well done. So size comparison wise, those are the two legends that I have. So the only two options that I have, except today we actually have some bonuses, which we'll get to in a second, but I just feel like they're the tiger tracks of my legends reviews, so I have to include them. There it is with an older Iron Factory. It's always interesting to see that for me, and then a Hasbro offering. There he is next to DX9 Dutch and Magic Square Huffer. So hopefully that should give you more of a modern idea as to where they're at. To go to vehicle mode, the first thing you're going to want to do is take off these shoulder pads, and thank God, because they tend to come off anyway. Then fold the rear wings back onto themselves at this hinge right here. Tolerance tolerance. Then where this piece pegs into the silver piece, you want to rotate that 180. Oh, you just came off because of tolerance. And that's why. That's the word of the day. And then fold your rocket launchers back down. Turn the head around. Lift the chest up. Fold the feet down on the ankle tilts like we talked about, and then fold these side panels around. Panels, I did kind of say that weird. And then bring the feet all the way back around so that you're looking at the bottoms of them. Collapse these shoulder pieces up so the arms are sitting alongside the vehicle. And lastly, fold these pieces back around on top of itself on the side, and you can plug them into one another once you have done so. Easy for me to say. There. Clean them up, we'll take a look at them. And there it is, and it rolls fairly well. You gotta really make sure you have everything smushed together. And it's beautiful. I mean, the paint apps come through in it wonderfully. And then also you can take, these two pieces and you can tab them back in to the side, like to cover up the wheels, like fenders, using this peg here. And I mean, it's even better, right? It's a good looking piece, and then you still get some range of motion out of these on the ball pegs. And there it is next to Tiger Tracks. Final thoughts wise, let's talk about the negatives. So there are some tolerance issues. This is something that plagues Iron Factory more often than not. It's their Achilles heel. So most of the stuff is too tight. That's kind of par for the course. That's kind of what happens with most of their stuff. It's probably because most of their stuff is so fully painted. So to me, it's ultimately a sacrifice worth making, but that's going to come down to personal preference. And then there's the one connection where the shoulder pads sit that's a bit too loose or not fine-tuned, has a tendency to kind of pop off. I'm also not sure if they should do these battle modes and non-battle modes. Like, I trust their aesthetic choice. Just go with what you want. It's an awful lot of pieces that come off and everything as you're manipulating it to incorporate these different modes, and I just don't know if that's necessary. Positives wise, look, Iron Factory makes the best painted, best sculpted, and maybe best built Legends figures on the market. And this one is no exception. It checks all those boxes. It is absolutely beautiful. It's well articulated, it's sculpted to the nines, and it definitely feels like a piece that you get your money's worth out of. So with that, I give it a strong recommend. And the good news is you'll get plenty more uses of this mold out of it. And it's not a bad one, so that's a good thing. Thanks for listening, thanks for watching. Until next time, take care.